Have you ever thought how your journey would look like if you went with perfect navigation over life? Have you wondered if in this perfect human beingness you have some tools that can be the best navigator for having fulfillment in your life? How would you use them? How would your level of satisfaction, of fun and joy and happiness look like? Today we are talking about one of the core tools that we have as human beings to navigate through the life that we have. Today we are talking about the heart chakra. The heart chakra that is this ultimate guidance, that is the ultimate key for us to be the human being on the serving level and be the human being on the spiritual level. We are going through this journey already, through all those lower chakras that we have. Right now we landed in the chakra that is said to be the transition chakra. The transition, the intermediary that exists between the lower chakras and higher chakras. We are already on week 6 with the heart chakra, and we are already taking this step into specific and unique set of chakras on the right side: the heart chakra, the throat chakra, third eye chakra and crown chakra. So heart chakra is located, as most of you know, or most of you see, most of you can guess, as it's not that hard to guess. It's located near heart, but not near the physical heart. It's mostly in the middle, just on the level of physical heart. It's called anahata, and those basic elements that are in the heart chakra, the context, the basic context, is that it's the seat of balance. It's this seat that gives the ability to grieve and reach peace. This is the center of forgiveness, acceptance, and center of awareness, integration of insights, love for oneself and others, compassionate discernment, passion, attachment, relating and relationships, compassion, empathy, transformation, change, and trust. For the basic set of balanced elements, when the chakra is balanced, you are more compassionate, you are more caring, more optimistic, more friendly, more motivated. The imbalance, you have anger, you have lack of trust, anxiety, jealousy, fear, and moodiness. So we continue to progress with this framework of questions that has been formulated on the beginning to really show you the journey over those chakras and to show you those steps that you can compare directly. So those questions, if you don't remember them from previous meetings, from previous webinars, they are: why it is called heart chakra. I mentioned that they are located on the spine, but where is this heart chakra? How this heart chakra is interconnected? What is so special about it? How many functions and what they are heart chakra has? Is there anything specific about this chakra in terms of characteristics, and how heart chakra is important for my well-being on physical, mental, and spiritual levels? Just to remind you, the Kundalini energy and the granthis, the knots, we will talk about those as well. So why is it called heart chakra and what other names it has? So the basic one that is used in Hindu is this anahata, additionally Hrip Pankaja, basically is this unstruck sound, unheard, unbeaten. Heart lotus, so this Hrit, heart, and Panchaka lotus. It's located in the heart region of the vertebral column and the cardiac plexus, so basically just in the middle. It combines dual energy of sound and vital life force, prana. So usually when we talk about the origin of the sound in solar plexus, we started to feel the sound when it starts to convert into sound. It's really in the heart region, and this is as well where this Om sound can resonate properly. And if crown chakra is the gate to heaven, that is one of the interesting elements. The heart chakra is the key to that gate. You will discover this later on in the slides, why this is so, why they are so interconnected. This chakra, as already mentioned, this belongs to this Mahaloka, so it's first chakra of the immortal planes, and this is as well so some very interesting, very profound aspect of this chakra. So this chakra as well, as said in many scriptures, in many books, is seat of human love and seat of divine love. And as well to highlight that they are not different, they are the same type of love. It's as well considered the center of relationships. So I mentioned that it's located on the spine, as I usually do, because they are all located on the spine. And where is the heart chakra is the center of the chest. As well, the heart chakra has front and back. So and heart chakra as well has some special element that I will talk about later on, that is related to heart chakra. So how it is interconnected? I already mentioned some aspects of interconnectivity, but really to mention how it is interconnected. It is interconnected to physical heart, which might be this basic linking that you might have. In wake state, the physical heart works and spiritual heart remains dormant, because as well it's the center where the spiritual heart is. In the dream state, the energy from spiritual heart generates desires, emotional states, and they are experienced in the waking states. To part of brain responsible for all creative science and fine arts, this is interconnected to some say that it's the right side of the brain, but additionally, if you remember from the Kundalini slides previously from the Kundalini topic, Kundalini as well, while rising, it just opens up, it reignites some hidden abilities of the brain. So as well, this is this ultimate connectivity. It's as well quite interesting that 12 petals that this chakra has, they correspond to 12 inner petals of crown chakra. Crown chakra has the external petals over 960, but inner petals it has 12. So if you consider that it is the key, it perfectly just connects to this lock. So additionally, the crown chakra cannot be activated without developing the heart chakra. Additionally, it's quite important that this chakra is evenly developed with solar plexus chakra to balance the loving kindness of the heart chakra with self-interest to balance material with spiritual aspects of life, because life is about balance. So what is so special about this heart chakra, and why so many things are special about this chakra? So this chakra is said to be like the center chakra of those other chakras, the lower chakras and higher chakras, and it balances energy between three chakras above and below. It is said to be the seed of all sounds, like this Om sound is this core sound that formulates everything, and this Om sound starts in this chakra. Additionally, the spiritual heart that this chakra is about is activated by meditation. As well, this chakra is seat of deep meditation. If you consider this creative aspect of the brain connectivity, mastering language, poetry and verbal endeavors are something that naturally will get connected. Additionally, full control over sense organs, mind, desires, physiological functions, it's as well part of what this chakra is about. Wisdom and inner strength, way to become the master, the Swami, as you see in here, of own self. Good tendencies, planes of sanctity, balance and fragrance. This is all about this chakra. With sensory and intellectual mind absorbed in it, divine love fills in the body. As mentioned previously as well, the Kundalini aspect will be one of the important ones on the road, because as well in here it's quite important, because Kundalini has to remain in heart chakra for quite long time, and as well it's the first chakra when Kundalini is no longer destructive. As well, if you consider the diagram of this chakra that is being drawn, the Kundalini is already transforming into this peaceful but still high impact energy that is in here. It's the center of transformation, what we already mentioned. It helps to cross this next knot, this Vishnu Granthi knot, this emotional knot that attaches to certain spiritual order. And this Clear light visualization in heart chakra enables you to enter the higher states of consciousness. So clear light really emanating from this chakra. This is what this one is about. It is as well said that present age is passing through heart chakra, but passing not like we are already awake and we are already in really good aspects of this heart chakra. It just started to function. It already started to appear for some. It already started to see, to show this heart way of doing things, this serving way of doing things. Those functions that it has, they already are in quite nice amount of those that exist, and in here it's highlight. We will just show you a bit more behind the next slides, but just to highlight, it's center of devotion and transformation, what already has been mentioned, center of higher emotions, selfless service, balances the solar plexus chakra, so this self-interest and loving kindness. It balances as well lower and higher chakras. This is this key to crown chakra, and additionally this is the key to become a yogi or a saintly person. This is already this chakra that is above this physical aspect. To give you some hints about those functions, as given as well previously as the framework, this is this physiological functions that usually this chakra is talking about. This chakra is connected to. So it's connected to skin as sense organ and hands as work organ. It controls and energizes the heart, the thymus gland, which is responsible for immunity, lungs, and circulatory system. Prior to awakening, there may be frequent pains in the chest or irregular functioning of heart. But in here, rather than feeling ill, one feels healthy and active and requires much less sleep. And additionally, there is a complete emotional balance, ability to communicate externally and internally. On physiological aspect, you as well can start to hear this buzzing or humming sounds. You can start to experience these humming sounds that you hear usually if you say with open mouth this word. You might have a hint of what sounds might start to appear. As well, miraculous healings are as well thanks to well awakened heart chakra. So through your own agency of anahata chakra, because it's heart chakra projected onto others. And what's important, heart is more than just a circulatory organ. It's as well endocrine gland, and it's responsible for hormones. Probably lots of you know what is this oxytocin hormone. It's this love bonding hormone also made in the brain, but usually the huge amounts are when there is childbirth between mother and the child. As well, oxytocin is responsible for this whole process of getting the birth for the child. So really this is one of the key hormones that exists. And additionally, this endocrine gland is responsible for neurotransmitters. For the psychological functions, this is the center of emotional heart. So higher emotions like peace, serenity, joy, compassion, kindness, gentleness, tenderness, caring, patience, sensitivity, all those. It's as well from psychological perspective, it's where this independence and self-emanation, the sense of inner peace is activated. So this is as well this aspect of you that give you the perspective of being really self-fulfilled, self-loving, really happy about being who you are. As well from a non-spiritual perspective, this is where someone will say that you can become good father, mother, brother, sister, husband or wife. It's connected to this selfless service. It's friendly and loving to all. You enjoy everything as presented. There is no should be, could be, could have been, should have been anymore when this heart chakra is fully activated and up and running. It's where this unconditional enjoyment of each moment happens. For those other psychological functions, feeling of motherhood automatically helps open heart chakra or increase the flow of energy. What is interesting as well from psychological perspective, that hysterical person can be calmed down by activating heart chakra. For example, by using acupuncture. As we mentioned previously, lots of those chakras are as well key acupuncture points in Chinese medicine. As well, what is important in here, it gives you enhanced intellectual faculties. It gives you much better, much more defined willpower in the context of being proper and harmless. And in this context of how it interconnects with solar plexus, when solar plexus is underdeveloped and heart chakra is overdeveloped, people might take advantage of you, abuse or misuse you. When on the other hand the solar plexus is overdeveloped, you might become selfish. So even development with solar plexus to balance loving and kindness and self-interest, to balance material and spiritual aspects of life, is one of those aspects that we should remember about. That it's not only by serving and really just putting your whole self as a service, and without remembering that as well, to serve best, you have to serve best yourself as well. So this is the situation when you should remember that you should love others as you love thyself. It's same, it's this ideal combination, it's this ideal balance of loving others and loving thyself. This is the key. For spiritual functions, for the spiritually inspired, the saintly person, this person behaves with love and compassion, is free from anger, lust, jealousy, is friendly, loving, patient, calm, has influence, positive influence on others, helps others get away from all worries and anxieties. Love is flowing constantly. You can sense it through eyes, through touch, through hand gestures. He's childlike and wise in same moment, and is respectful and respected. Those characteristics, is there anything interesting about it? This chakra is really even more interesting than previous ones. It's more complicated as well, but there are some contexts, like this main color that you usually see when these old chakras are being drawn, is that the main color is green of this chakra, usually in those contexts. The secondary color is pink, but if you consider these lotus petals, usually they are depicted in here as 12 petals, this crimson petals, 12, and they symbolize the movement of energy in 12 directions. And what is so interesting about this chakra, it has kind of additional subsidiary lotus, the spiritual etheric heart, which is on the right side, a bit farther on the right and a bit below. It has 8 petals, and luminous red is the color. This another point is at the root, secondary, at the root of this chakra there is the secondary heart chakra, the Hrit, which is the center where this wish fulfilling tree, the Kalpataru or Kalpa Vriksha, is located. So this is as well quite interesting aspect of the wish fulfilling tree, is that this wish fulfilling tree, if you add your whole will power, you know that something will happen, you know that those events should happen, but you know it. It's not like repeating the affirmations all the time to convince yourself. You are already convinced, you know it. This is this wish fulfilling tree that gives all your wishes come true, good or bad. That's why it's so important, which will be as well highlighted later on, to land in this chakra really out of this fears, out of angers, out of really negative thoughts about your future, because this is wish fulfilling tree for all the wishes. So as in some of the stories that either Sadhguru or some yogi stories that exist, is that there was a story about the person that he was walking, and he thought, okay, I'm thirsty, it would be good to drink something, and the river started to flow, so he took some water and he drank it. Then he thought, okay, it's time for maybe eating something. He received something to eat. He thought, okay, it's time for sleeping. He just received something to sleep on. And when he woke up, he thought, okay, it's getting dark, so there might be tigers that will come and eat me. And so it happened. So remember that this chakra, this additional subsidiary chakra to this chakra, this part of the chakra, is important to be cautious about the thoughts that you have. So in here, this need to know powers of own mind, this is this highlight: possession of negative pessimistic attitudes, dark approaches to life, apprehensions, fears, and many other negative mental tendencies. You will fall prey to them. And this is not like they happened and someone just put those on you. Your wishes have been fulfilled. So be aware of what you are wishing for. What is this chakra like? As previously, it's taken from Charles Ledbetter book, The Chakras. And as you see in here, it's those 12 petals in here. Usually what is said is that they are split like into 4 parts, so 3 in a part. So this is this usual shape and the color of the heart chakra. So how heart chakra is important for my well-being on physical, mental and spiritual levels. So it is important. So from the perspective of who the 4th chakra person would be, they will overcome preoccupations of lower chakras. This is the key to being the 4th chakra person. So they already overcame the sense of security, so they already had their journey for discovering their secure state. They are already secure. They overcame the 2nd chakra, so sacral chakra, for sensuality and sexuality, and they already are over this fame, authority, social status, power, physical immortality of what the 3rd chakra is about. They are already centered and they can achieve concentration to reach meditation. Those other aspects are that usually this crown chakra is connected to universal love, and this universal love cannot be achieved without heart chakra love to parents and relatives. The activation of heart and crown chakras is one of the fastest paths to spiritual development. And as mentioned previously, this wish-fulfilling tree, the Kalpataru Kalpa Vriksha, if Kundalini is asleep, your thoughts have no power, or just minimal power. When Kundalini awakens in this Anahata chakra, all thoughts suddenly become realities, both positive and negative. So watch out. To just remind you, the Kundalini energy, what is this Kundalini energy about? It's from the Sanskrit word kundal, so spiral or coil, so it symbolizes by the snake going up over the spine, even 2 snakes, so 2 snakes over the core energy channels. So in yoga, Kundalini Shakti means this coiled power serpent that lies coiled while resting or sleeping, and as previously, this Kundalini energy needs to go through all those 6 chakras, and this is this ultimate life story. It's called the basic force of the body, supreme power, virgin energy. It's this dormant potential force in human organism, and it is situated at the root of spinal column. To awaken Kundalini, you must prepare yourself through yogic techniques to be safe, to not have the side effects of Kundalini, especially on the lower chakras. You must practice asanas, pranayama, so really working with the breath, Kriya Yoga and meditation is as well highly advised. And to highlight it, it's usually in these three states: the virgin state, the slow movement, and this fully illuminated state, this third one. Then this energy wakes up and makes its way through Sushumna Nadi, so this central channel, this central nervous canal to the brain. It ascends passing each chakra, so it's interconnected, and awakening of Kundalini is this explosions in the brain, so new areas, they just start firing up, and just really the brain starts to increase really this power that it uses, and being energized. It can be equated with awakening of silence areas of the brain, as previously mentioned. As well as those granthis, so knots, there are those three main knots, three aspects of consciousness, three main obstacles, so knowing, feeling and doing. This Brahma Granthi, it's desires and ambitions, it traps mental energy. So this is this first knot that has been passed when we went to solar plexus chakra. This other one, this that relates to heart chakra, is this Vishnu Granthi. It's compassion, it's presence, attachments, it's dreamer, reformer, savior, spiritual qualities, but really it's not the yogi perspective. It's doing and prana, it's this bondage of emotional attachment, and it's not in light with of spiritual quest. So it's important to connect in here that this emotional attachment is usually this what this knot is about. And furthermore, up is this Rudra Granthi. We will talk about that one on next webinars. It's about destroyer and true knowledge. It's illusion created by ego or I consciousness, and this illusory world. It's knowing this true knowledge. This three knots needs to be united for the phenomenal reality, for divine energy, for the bliss. This Brahma, it's related to physical body. Vishnu, related to heart chakra, it's related to astral body and world of emotions. And Rudra is related to causal body and world of thought, ideas, visions and intuitions. Intuition is one of the very important elements. Now, moving forward to the questions you could ask, as those were you could ask when you already know a bit about the heart chakra, how this chakra connects to me as human being. This already had been mentioned to some degree, but it might be expanded. This hero journey, when this heart chakra might be connected. Is heart chakra only present in this yogi culture or maybe somewhere else? Are there any chakras dependent on this heart chakra? Does this heart chakra connect us to energy sources? What are those? Is this chakra important from overall energy perspective? And what is important about it? How imbalance or low development of this chakra can manifest and how to balance it? What external circumstances can highlight myself the potential imbalance? How would I respond in certain scenarios and what I can read from this response? Are there any good sources of knowledge about this chakra? So, how it connects to me as human being? This reaching of heart chakra enables this yogic consciousness, so it depends solely upon power of own consciousness rather than anything external or concerning faith. Activating heart chakra's unconditional love is key to go out of ego consciousness. Non-attachment to worldly things is one of the other elements. Mind becomes relaxed, free and peaceful. This heart chakra as well enables making decisions beyond bounds of karma, to follow hard and serve without concern for desires of lower realms. We transcend our temptations toward violence. It begins and ends in love in this chakra. This hero's journeys aspect, usually in the Hindu texts, the person between 21 and 28 starts from 4th chakra, is aware of one's role, one's actions, one's life's goals, dedication, devotion, faith, self-confidence starts to appear during this period. When on spiritual path, it is easy to realize truth beyond words. So this metaphysical knowledge, that things that cannot be explained, they are the elements that you start to just know, not really you start know. Sometimes you know and experienced it already. So this is this way of feeling those things. It's way out of ego consciousness as well, and this is as well this complete unity and harmony in family life. Is it only present in yogic culture? As usually it mentions quite often in similar aspects in Jewish Kabbalah. So in here this heart chakra is connected to Gedula, the abundance, giving a secret of prosperity and abundance. It is giving that we receive. Additionally, there is this golden rule: do not do unto others what you do not want others to do unto you, and the reverse form: do unto others what you want others to do unto you. When applied by most people and nations, it will bring about the world peace. This is the key for world peace. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you, and do not do unto others what you do not want others to do unto you. This is the key. As well, what you see, it's connected in to Chinese medicine, the acupuncture points, and Taoist yoga, especially the front side of heart chakra. It's this hall of jade, and the back is divine or spirit's platform. It's called this way in Taoist yoga. The heart chakra in the tree of life is this chesed. It's connected to mercy, and just to follow this path of what chakras are dependent on this heart chakra. Already mentioned crown chakra cannot be activated without heart chakra, as well this even development of solar plexus. This is quite important, and this chakra as well is meant to divide the body into lower and upper hemisphere. So lower centers, these primitive forms of consciousness, it is this interconnector to higher chakras, so this spiritual consciousness. Does this chakra connect us to energy sources? What are those? One of these basic sources of energy is this white noise, which begins in heart chakra as Om. It's this concentrated pranic energy, and this is as well this complex organization of powers. As well, what is interesting about this heart chakra, that really energizing this heart chakra, especially the back side, is one of the ways to optimally energize the whole body. So this is as well very important aspect of this heart chakra. Additionally, this what I mentioned, this backside of heart chakra is good for energizing the whole body. Meditation on twin hearts as well brings down spiritual energy into crown chakra and into heart chakra. It radiates out into aura, disintegrating noisy, turbulent thoughts. Twin heart meditation. Why twin heart? Because it's this heart chakra heart and this other heart in the crown chakra is a safe and effective way to awaken Kundalini energy, because it's serving, is blessing the whole earth, all the ones with love, joy, happiness, those ultimate beautiful emotions, feelings that exist. This is serving on higher level. What is meant as well, that from an overall energy perspective, and considering the heart chakra, eating pork, eel and catfish is usually discouraged during this regular twin hearts practice as a way of physical purification that is needed, because they are said to contaminate your physicality. How imbalance or low development of this chakra can manifest and how to balance it. So usually it's connected to heart and circulatory ailments, lung problems, jealousy, egotism, and inability to forgive, to summarize some of those. For the imbalance, heart and circulatory ailments, as has been mentioned, but additionally in the context of solar plexus chakra, those emotions, tensions and stress, they have strong influence on physical heart and front heart chakra. Negative emotions have strong effects on physical heart, malfunctioning back chakra. This is connected to lung problems. Limiting emotions in heart can set up autoimmune disorders. Imbalance can highlight itself into inability to forgive, in loneliness, in lack of empathy and self-love, and apathy and indifference, becoming aimless. The excess energy, it might bring this jealousy, egotism, martyrdom, codependency, tribalism or self-centeredness. When it is well balanced, you are on your way to become a yogi. And well balanced on lower chakras is just the way to become yoga practitioner, not a true full yogi. When it's well balanced, it's as well the doorway to this preeminent wisdom. It's when you become full of noble deeds, the senses completely under control, sense of wholeness appears in here. Mind can be engrossed in intense meditation thanks to well-balanced heart chakra. In heart chakra, thoughts and desires of individual are materialized and fulfilled. It's beyond empirical dimensions. Its thinking becomes independent of fate and destiny. So you already go over those karmic aspects of you. You already have your choice, your way, not only the way to resolve the karma that existed. It's your way. You go beyond dictates of fates and overcome egoistical consciousness. It's as well, if it is well balanced, the universal unlimited love for all beings. And this is the key, that only love removes ego. Only love. So how to bring this balance back? So as we already highlighted, this hysterical person can be calmed by acupuncture points or by really just or touching or really pinning those acupuncture points to activate the heart chakra. Additionally, what we mentioned already is meditation on twin hearts to activate heart and crown chakra. It basically is about recalling happy event, being aware of your heart and smiling. You may also touch your heart with your left hand. This will help to activate the heart faster. You may do the same to activate the crown chakra. Recall a happy event, be aware of crown and smile. You may also touch your crown with your left hand. Then, to further activate heart chakra and crown chakra, use the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi while blessing the earth. This is the key, blessing the earth. Just passing all your blessing, all your positive emotions to really energize the whole earth. This purification of physical body and inner purification of character building is the necessity in here. Good thoughts, emotions, speech and action. This is important to bring in the balance back. What you see in here, this is this prayer of peace of Saint Francis de Assisi. So, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. This is the whole prayer of peace. As we mentioned already, this dying aspect, this losing, this going out of ego, this is where we discover our true selves. Additionally, this bringing the balance back by developing the new way of thinking is by never associating with people that depend on faith. Associate with those that depend on faith. Even in face of tremendous odds, use will, knowing, I know versus only autosuggestion. Be extremely optimistic and positive. Be full of hope. Never dwell in negativity of the mind. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, completely at peace with yourself, others, and whole community. Never be negative about any situation. All is part of the good and accept it. Whole world is in me, or I am in everyone. Think in this way. To just talk about those strengths and weaknesses a bit, this is what we already highlighted in some points. In here I just took some of those. These weaknesses might be this serving with full sacrifice of own needs, where the strength, it might be serving this higher purpose. This weakness is this tribalism, and the strength, it might be this wisdom that you have about certain things that you can use. The weakness, jealousy, and strength, emotions under control. These external threats and opportunities, the threats might be this overstimulating music, when opportunity is relaxing music. The additional threats is chemically laden products, processed food. Opportunities, eating organic food. Threats, synthetic materials. Opportunities, wearing natural clothing. Threats, negative attitude and environments. Opportunities, participating in positive physical and social aspects. So on the opportunities as well, the meditation. Just to play those two games, so circumstance response and this other game, scenario response, I want to show you just some angles that you can see, so to really see that potential imbalance. Like in a situation, in circumstance when someone is needing your help on permanent basis, which contradicts development plans of your own, you immediately resign from your own growth to help in physical or material situation requiring only time and being possible to be done by a requesting person. In terms of, for instance, neighbors going on they are going on vacation, having time for doing inspiring things, you start thinking that they don't deserve it and you did more and don't have these possibilities. Ongoing denial of your rights is happening. You settle on what others think and say and stay away from discovering what you can do. Someone did something unpleasant in near past. Are you permanently reliving the circumstance with same emotional pattern? Are you able to let go? What would I respond in those scenarios? Like, you have been given some extra time for your own development. Do you already know and feel what actions you would take? Or you just prefer to switch back to doing nothing and watching news? You are having significant decisions to be made in life. Do you rethink them over and over and eventually it's too late to act? Or you just feel and know the decision has to be made and what it should specifically be? Out of nowhere, you got the idea for brilliant business. Do you follow the feeling and adapt the actions to be taken, or you prefer to fall back to your regular day as, for sure, I would not make it and I don't have resources? You are cornered by life situations to sit in energetically draining environment. Do you start to plan and act to change environment and your inner response? Or you simply let it be as it always has been this way? Are there any good sources of knowledge about this chakra? I usually base on this set. Additionally, what I added is this meditation of twin hearts from Master Choa Kok Sui side. It's the whole instruction, and it's very interesting, very motivating, very energizing. You feel huge peace within yourself after this type of meditation. What are those connectivity points? We already are reminding those, and we are reminded that the heart chakra is the source of transformation, and when working properly it enables to move out of physical only needs. And this whole hero's journey and chakra's journeys, they are interconnected. So as well, to remind you, we have these 3 knots as well that need to be resolved to move forward this Brahma is on the solar plexus level, this Vishnu is the one that is on the level of heart chakra, just a bit above, just to go out of this emotional states, and this Rudra Granta is this final knot to be solved. As well, this flow of Kundalini energy, usually it goes to those knots. It needs those knots to be untied to settle in certain centers, as well moving to heart chakra where it needs to stay. This knot needs to be untied, and all those other knots for the Kundalini to rise. And those additional aspects, the spiritual aspect, this threshold of trials, where this heart, really the courage from heart is really what it is about, and this is where it is located, as well those physical aspects. And additionally, what is interesting about this whole journey, that this whole journey is journey of closing your eyes, is the journey from really basing on the senses, basing on those elements that usually you see, you sense, you smell, you taste. And closing your eyes to discover your inner self, that besides this external world, you have lots to discover in your internal world. And the heart chakra is where this journey starts to take another level. With that, thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.